Said the night wind to the little lamb, do you see what I see?
Welcome back, America. I'm Hugh Hewitt, joined by Philip Balboni, founder and CEO of globalpost.com. Philip, Merry Christmas to you. How are you?
Same to you, Hugh. I'm great. Thank you. Very nice to see you
Good.
and be here.
We're going to dive into Ukraine, and I want to begin by the fact that it's the lead story in the Global Post, and you call it Zelensky's most politically perilous moment yet. Why is that?
Well, he has some very, very painful decisions to make in regard to the peace negotiations that President Trump is trying to quarterback. He also has severe corruption issues inside of Ukraine, even at the very highest levels of the government. His chief of staff has had to resign over a corruption investigation carried out by an independent agency there. So you've got a lot going on. But let's focus on the war, if that's okay. This is a hugely complex issue with deep historical roots. But let me try to boil it down for your listeners and viewers.
And let's bring up the map so we can have people look at what you're talking about while you explain it to us. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. For the radio audience, we're looking at a map of Ukraine and the areas that Russia has seized in this almost 4-year war now. That war began in February of 2022. It's amazing to think it's been going on for almost 4 years. So the president had a 28-point peace plan he's been working out with Russia and Ukraine. Now that's down to 19 points. There are really only 3 central issues here: land, NATO, and security guarantees or joining the EU. Those are the 3 principal areas. So let me just talk to them for a minute, Hugh. So Russia wants all of what's called the Donbass. The Donbass is eastern Ukraine. For those who are viewing, you can see that red area is part that Russia has already controlled, and then the immediately adjacent yellow areas is a part that is still being fought over. So Russia already has 85% of the Donbass. So we're really talking about the 15% that remains. That's not insignificant. Blood and treasure have been expended over this land. 1.2 million lives on the Russian and Ukrainian side already given in this fight. But
now, would they be giving up Kharkiv? Does Putin want Kharkiv?
No. Well, I don't. That's not on the table. He might want it, but he did try to get it. But no, it's not. So it seems to me that in order to end the war, that Russia is going to have to make some compromises here. They already have a lot. Let's not forget that for those who are viewing the green area, the Crimean Peninsula, which juts into the Black Sea, they seized that in 2014. That's a hugely strategic area. They already have that. Nobody's really talking about them giving anything like that back again. So Russia already has a lot. They're fighting over 15%. They need to compromise. That's number one. Number 2, NATO. So Russia is dug in on the issue of NATO. And you know, Hugh, this is really what the war is all about, in the opinion of many people. If we think back, when the Iron Curtain fell in 1989, 1990, NATO ended at what was the old West Germany. Today, NATO is everywhere, from the northern part of the Russian country of Russia, up in Finland, all the way down to the southern part of Europe. All those states, all those Eastern European countries, used to be part of the old Soviet Union. They were part of their sphere of influence, if you will. They're all part of NATO. Putin drew the line with Ukraine. The Biden administration and most of the EU were pushing Ukraine to join NATO, and many believe, I included, that this is what really triggered this war. So here, President Trump, I happen to agree, Ukraine is going to have to give up their aspirations to join NATO if there's going to be peace. The third thing is security guarantees. So let's say that everything else is okay. Ukraine doesn't want to be invaded by Russia again, and with all good reason. So there have to be security guarantees. That would mean that the US and the EU would have to stand behind a peace settlement and say no more invasion. And one of the most overlooked parts of this is that Ukraine would be allowed to join the European Union, and Russia has pretty much already agreed to this. That's hugely significant because it means that the people of Ukraine will be able to be part of the EU. They'll be able to travel all over and work anywhere they want in Europe. They'll use the euro. So those are the three major issues. Trump's negotiating on this has been erratic, I think, a fair assessment. But he has a realist position that the war needs to end and that certain things need to change. And I hope that he can be successful. I believe the Ukrainians are in.
When I read the Global Post, you write the Russian government has dropped its recruitment bonuses. They've delayed death benefits because of budget shortfalls. And some people have had those benefits cut down to 1/10 of what is promised. Is Putin running out of money and men?
I don't think he's running out of men yet, but he may very well be running out of money. I mean, the price of oil, I don't know if you watch these things, but the price of oil is down in the 50s. It used to be $125. So the revenue that's coming in is dramatically reduced. Yeah.
Well, I will tell everyone, if they will go to globalpost.com, they will get comprehensive coverage of the world, not just Ukraine, but you'll get comprehensive and neutral coverage of the world. And I always tell people, if you're in school, if you're in junior high, high school, or college, you get it for free. You go to globalpost.com, find it on the toolbar, and join their free program so that once a day you get a report like this one. It's probably 750 words, and it's got everything you need to know about this deal and the maps that actually make it make sense, as opposed to people talking about this and that. And as we go into the end of 2025 and early 2026, I hope you plan on growing, Philip, because more and more people need to know more and more about the world.
Thank you. We are growing literally every day, Hugh, and I appreciate your support. I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I look forward to seeing you in 2026.
And maybe we'll be talking about a peace deal in Ukraine. That would be a good bit of news. Philip Balboni, editor-in-chief of Global Post. Go to globalpost.com. Subscribe to it if you're a grown-up so you know something about the world that you don't get in your local newspaper, because most of the foreign bureaus have closed because media doesn't make any money anymore. But Global Post does, and if you're a student, it's free. Every teacher out there for AP World History, every teacher out there for civics, every teacher out there, period, ought to be getting Global Post for your students because, once again, it's absolutely free. Globalpost.com. I'll be right back, America. Stay tuned. I'm Hugh Hewitt.
Portions of the Hugh Hewitt Show are sponsored in part by Prison Fellowship's Angel Tree.